The transition to a circular economy is not an easy, gradual evolution. It requires a profound change in the way we live, travel, work, and do business. In order to break through, radically new ideas need to gain momentum and find a window of opportunity to challenge the mainstream system and change it. These windows of opportunity emerge when different trends and events in society suddenly come together and point in a similar direction, making room for a new mindset, a new product or a new service to suddenly break through and cause a profound change in our way of thinking and acting. The right idea at the right time. That is what entrepreneurs are looking for. Unfortunately, when the right time is largely out of our control. Changes in technology, market evolutions, social trends, government policies, and other factors out of our reach have a huge impact on whether a good idea is actually a real business opportunity or not. Understanding what these external factors are and how they work together is a key skill in recognizing those ideas that are fit to be developed and successful. The PESTLE framework, often used in marketing, is a very useful tool for this purpose. It lists 6 key aspects that are likely to affect the business. P for political. What is the political discourse and how does my product or service fit in? E for economic. What are the market trends and how does my business model react to those? S for social. What cultural or societal needs do I fulfill with my product or service? T for technological. What technological changes may impede or support my business? E for environmental. What are the environmental considerations linked to my offering? And L for legal. What current and future legislation will affect my business? Although circular economy is still a relatively new paradigm in business, many companies have already taken steps towards becoming more circular, and new circular startups are emerging every day. Obviously, these entrepreneurs have spotted windows of opportunity to challenge the current linear strategy of take, make, and dispose and move towards a circular business strategy. What makes them feel it may be the right time for a circular business model? Let's use the PESTLE framework to analyze some drivers for circularity. Let's start. Circular economy is high on the political agenda. Many individual countries have adopted policies and tax measures that incentivize circular products and business models. For example, some countries, like Sweden, have introduced reduced value-added taxes on repair services and lowered labor taxes for repair works in order to stimulate reuse and repair. At a policy level, there are also a lot of discussions around the extension of product warranty periods as a measure to discourage products that are designed to break down fast, a feature which is often referred to as planned obsolescence. One of the economic drivers for circular thinking is the current volatility in resource prices. The risk of sudden price fluctuations on the material markets can encourage a company to take back its products after their service life, so that they can be remanufactured, refurbished, or recycled into new products. This way, the company remains in charge of its products and the materials they are made of, which makes it more resilient against market disturbances. Remanufacturing or refurbishment of used goods can also lower production costs, allowing a company to make their products more affordable while keeping quality standards high. There are now numerous companies offering reconditioned industrial machinery, refurbished electronics, and second-hand clothes. Social drivers for circular business are linked to understanding and addressing customer needs. For example, some people living in a crowded city center do not want to own a car. There's ample public transport to go to work, while a car is expensive and difficult to park in the city. But what they do want is access to a car from time to time, for example, to visit some friends in the countryside. And they only want to pay for the days and kilometers they are using the car. Hence the success of car-sharing services in urban settings. The focus on access rather than ownership also makes expensive goods accessible to a broader range of customers. Another social aspect of circular business models is that they often entail service activities, such as maintenance, repair, or remanufacturing of products. This strengthens the relationship between provider and customer, and generates local employment. Technology is also a key enabler, and many technologies are being developed that will enable us to improve the resource efficiency of production processes. For example, 3D printing, that allows us to locally print fully customized products and spare parts when we need them, which means that we don't need to produce and store large amounts of goods and parts that may never be used. Digitization is also a key technology for circular business, by supporting a broad range of platforms that connect suppliers of goods and services to potential customers. And some services, like access to music, can be fully dematerialized and delivered directly through the cloud as a service. For some customer segments, environmental considerations may be an important driver to choose a circular product or service. Circular business models aim at keeping products and materials in use for longer. Reuse and recycling can avoid waste and replace the extraction of new primary materials and the production of new products, which can reduce material and energy use. By giving information on the environmental performance of their products, companies can differentiate themselves, making it easier for customers to make environmentally conscious choices. There is a strong link between environmental considerations and legal drivers for circular business models. Stricter environmental standards, extended producer responsibility, and higher recycling targets are often incentives to shift to more circular business models. The extension of legal product warranty periods can also contribute to design improvements to make products more durable and easier to repair. You can use the PESTEL framework yourself and see if you can find a window of opportunity for a new business idea.